Human trafficking victims were rescued in Dara local government area of Katsina State by the police while on their way to Libya. The victims, including a person living with disabilities, said they were on their way to a foreign land to seek greener pasture.
These are Nigerian youth ranging from 14 to 39 years said to have been trafficked from Ondo, Ogun, Kwara, Oshun, Oyo, and Edo states. Among them is a person living with disability.
On the 2nd of May 2022 at about 12:30 hours, based on credible intelligence, the command carried out a sting operation at a suspected location in a dwelling house of one Yahaya Dahiru, male of Kalgo village, Meadua local government area of the state.
Adeleke Madinat, 39 from Kwara State, said she was arrested while on her way to Libya to join her sister, whom she claimed is a domestic worker. Madinat also claimed that she had no idea that traveling through an illegal route is a criminal offense and appealed for pardon.
I'm going to Libya to go and hustle. So my sister did there. She working there, house help. And then when I told you the situation I'm in Nigeria, and he told me to come to Libya to come and work there. So he give me one allergy number so that allergy number will know how to reach the Libya.
Also rescued is 32-year-old Francis Robbery from Edo State, who blamed extreme economic hardship for his decision to leave Nigeria. Francis appealed to the federal and state governments to help empower Nigerian youth to discourage them from falling victims to human traffickers who often lure them with false promises of greener pasture abroad.
I just came because I meet one of my friends that I'm coming to Libya. I want to come and also for myself because my family, because no good feeding, no money. So now saying that okay, there's a place there
When
if you
did you
go.
arrive?
It's last week now.
The Kano Zonal Office of the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons (NAPTIP) has since taken custody of all the 12 rescued trafficked persons for further interrogation and necessary actions.
The Islamic movement in Nigeria, IMN, says a good number of their members are still languishing in police cells following police crackdown in Kaduna and Zaria. During the celebration by the International Quds Day on Friday, spokesman of the group, Engineer Yunusa Musa, disclosed this while briefing a news conference in Kaduna State. Musa and the Quds Day procession is a global event which is celebrated annually. He described as unfortunate the actions of police which negates the provision of freedom of association.
We view the police action in only Kaduna State as barbaric and uncivilized at this critical moment of insecurity and dissensions. Moreover, we are calling on fellow Nigerians to demand for security, justice, equality, and freedom.
Engineer Musa also renewed calls on the government to unconditionally release the passport of their leader, Sheikh Ibrahim Zakzaki, and his wife to allow them travel for medical attention.
We are calling on all people of conscience to prevail on the government to stop these attacks, and also for the government to unconditionally release the passports of our leader, Sheikh Ibrahim Yaqub El-Zazzaki, and his wife, Malama Zinatuddin Ibrahim.
According to Sheikh El-Zazaki and his wife Zinat, about 9 months since their release, the Nigerian government is still holding on to their international passports. As preparations for the 2023 general elections in Nigeria get underway with aspirants for the various elective offices engaged in subtle campaign under the guise of consultations across the country, the proposal for all the public office seekers to be compulsory made to undergo a drug integrity test is back on the front burner. Recall that the chairman and chief executive of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLE, Brigadier General Muhammad Bubu Marwa, retired, has continued to urge all the political parties to make drug integrity tests part of their screening requirements for aspirants seeking to contest elections under their platform. So should political office seekers be made to undergo a drug integrity test? Clearview's TV Emofon Okon, who sought the views of some Nigerians, now completes the story.
According to the NDLEA boss, Brigadier General Buba Marwa, the agency is advocating a drug integrity test for public office holders as a way of using them as leaders of the nation to strengthen the fight against the menace of drug abuse in the country.
Politicians, we have long advocated, and I take this opportunity again to repeat the advocacy, that when you run for public office, there's a lot of demand and responsibility on the person, and we need to be certain if it's a person that is already a drug addict or drug user, where all the money that he is given for public service is consumed on cocaine and methamphetamine, and his head will not be correct to handle the affairs that have been entrusted with. So for this reason, we have advocated and we continue to advocate that drug tests, integrity tests should be run by politicians.
So, how important and feasible is the proposed drug integrity test for public office holders? Clearview Television sought the views of some Nigerians on this all-important proposal coming from the NDLEA. While some applaud the proposal for a legislative framework to back drug integrity tests for public office holders, others doubt the possibility of its enforcement even when such a law is enacted by the National Assembly.
They need to undergo drug tests because most of them are not mentally fit. Most of them are not mentally at alert. Some of them cannot stand in the public to speak except they take drugs.
Things are really happening in this country that is not supposed to be. If you are really giving chance to people, let the people that you are giving chance to them that to rule us, let them be sane, not insane. If you are insane, you will turn the whole government and confusion everywhere.
Even if you're a drug dealer, there's some drug, even addicts that that can even act politically more than those who are not, who doesn't take drugs.
If this will bring in a commitment to make sure that what has been passed is to be implemented, and cooperation come from this, so it will be achievable.
If you are not on the influence of will you rule well? Will you take some policies? Because drugs can influence your thinking. And when you don't think right, you can't do the right thing.
With politicking in high gear across the country, some of the respondents cautioned politicians and their sponsors to refrain from engaging youth and offering them opportunity in consumption of illicit drugs during campaigns and voting days to avoid pushing them into violence during the 2023 polls. Though the consumption of cocaine and other illicit drugs is not the exclusive reserve of public office seekers, the NDLEA says drug integrity tests be made mandatory for all government appointees. Imefonokon reporting for Clearview Television.